What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? AJ Good here at the House of Masks, where we unbox and review cool stuff almost every single day, and today's video has been something that's been on my mind for about a week now. This is going to be a discussion video, so buckle up. So I was talking to my therapist last week during our first session. Yes, I have a therapist. I'm insanely depressed and very anxious, and your typical millennial trying to fill the void in his heart and discover happiness. No, this isn't a joke. I think mental health is a serious issue and that you should go seek help if you need it. Anyways, she asked me about the masks. Masks are literally my life, and they have quite literally given me the life that I have come to know and love as we know it. I am absolutely obsessed with masks. All things mask. And I'm guessing that you at least like them a little bit if you're watching this video right now. But why? This was a question that I couldn't really answer when she asked me. What is it about masks that make me so happy? I told her that I wished that I could give her the whole cliche answer of like, well, when you put them on, you just become a different person. I feel like I'm being a truer version of myself. Everything's unfiltered and raw. But I've never really felt that. Not from what I can remember anyways. I have worn literally thousands of masks at this point, and I've never felt any sort of shift. So I couldn't lie and tell her that that's why I like them so much. It just wasn't true. But ever since I left that session, that question has been stuck in my mind, and it kind of got me thinking, why do the absolute GOATs so often wear masks? The people who are literally the best. Bands like Slipknot, the biggest rock/metal band in the world. G.O.A.T, the all-around most artistic band in the world with some of the most underrated musicians of all time. Artists like Buckethead, who have a list of accomplishments so big that I can't even start to get into them because YouTube has a 10-hour time limit for videos. Even silly stuff like wrestlers or dance crews like the Jabberwockies. From an outsider perspective, the Jabberwockies are like the most impressive dance collective I've ever seen in my life. And what is one thing that all of these guys have in common? Masks. So today's video asks the question, why do the GOATs wear masks? Now granted, there are some not so greats that wear masks, but think of gimmicky stuff that you've seen over the years and tell me that Kane wasn't one of the most entertaining wrestlers to watch and one of the most popular of his time.
Double toe slam! Double toe slam!
Tell me John Goblikon isn't one of the most funny characters on the internet.
So you are a DJ.
Yeah.
A DJ!
I know.
Is it hard lugging around all those records all day?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't actually have any records, unfortunately.
You don't have any records?
No, I don't have any
Oh,
records.
so you're not a DJ. All right. Jerry, I thought you said he was a DJ. How do you DJ without records?
I use MP3s. I don't know.
So, you use like a phone or an iPod?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, well then I guess I'm a fucking DJ then. How do you know that?
Tell me that whether you love them or hate them, that Slipknot wasn't one of the most groundbreaking debuts in the history of metal music, or just music in general. Arguably the most popular story in the Goosebumps series is about what? You guessed it, a mask. I don't know shit about DJs, but it seems like the most well-known ones hide their faces. Even the most niche shit in the world. Clowncore? Masks. And while I can't give a definitive answer here, I can at least share my thoughts and opinions on the matter. Maybe the whole cliche, the mask changes me, holds true in a lot of ways to a lot of people. It is a very primal concept, and looking back as far as history can take us, masks were always present in every culture. Maybe this escape or this truer identity helps unleash something that a lot of normal folks can't tap into. There is a reason that Slipknot performances are so intense, and I think that the imagery is just as important as the music. Chances are you, along with myself, and many others saw Slipknot before we heard Slipknot. And while Slipknot sported those masks as an anti-image, what they created was actually something completely different. The polar opposite. Slipknot needed their masks from that point on. Slipknot just isn't Slipknot without the masks. And I, personally, am very glad that they kept that gimmick, if you will, because we've seen many others falter in the wake of losing that theatrical aspect. Remember Mudvayne? Like the real Mudvayne? Remember when they decided to pull back the curtains and stop dressing up? Can you really compare any of their music to LD50? Nope. And guess what? When the makeup was off and they became normal folks, the music fizzled into your typical radio rock to the point where they couldn't even be a band anymore. Remember Ghost? Remember when it was a collective of artists dedicated to staying anonymous and putting way more time and effort into the theatrics and the lore than most other bands would? Remember how as the theatrics and the lore started to get worse, the music also started to get worse? It's like this stuff is a complete package. But not always. Mushroomhead have always worn masks, and they've pretty much always been terrible. Not to say they don't have some hidden gems in there amongst masks and music, but it's still pretty much the same thing even if you do enjoy them. The lamer their masks got, the lamer their music got. The more behind the scenes drama that got brought to the surface and was exposed to all 12 of their fans, the more lackluster the band became. Anyways, there's a reason that when you think of Kiss, you think of the makeup before the music. I mean, you could say that you think of the music first, but you're a liar. Same thing goes with Alice Cooper, the list goes on and on. And I just want to add this in here, if you're a showman, why would you not want to go the extra mile and tap into all possible senses? Is there anyone out there that would honestly rather watch some dude sitting on a stool playing a guitar than to have something genuinely neat to look at while you're watching the performance? Even when you strip away the idea of masks. Compare these two side by side. Who looks more entertaining to watch? Who looks like they're having a better time? So of course, I'd rather see a politician getting decapitated by some mutant alien overlords than to watch your typical metal band stand around and look tough. There is definitely an unexplained science behind this phenomenon, and I do want the answer, because it really does seem like a reoccurring thing to me that people that wear masks typically end up being the best at whatever that thing is. Not saying all masked people are the best, or even good. But a lot of the times when I think the best of something, I think of a person wearing a mask. Like, I'm genuinely surprised Billy Strings doesn't wear a mask while performing at this point. So what do you guys think? I don't have an answer. I just wanted to start a discussion here and give my thoughts as well as hear yours. So make sure to drop your comments down below and let's see what you all come up with. So until next time, this has been AJ Good at the House of Masks telling you to say no to drugs and alcohol and yes to masks, and we'll see you guys later.
You need to put a mask on. I hate AJ cause I wanna ask for. That's me fucking poppin' wheelies, driving like the NASCAR. Mask on, mask on, mask on, mask on. You might see him off in traffic, he be moving around. I hate AJ good, tagged it all around the town. I hate AJ good, I hate AJ good, I hate AJ good, I hate AJ good. You might see him off in traffic, he be moving